Good morning, welcome back to Nintagious. Happy Monday, I guess. It is Monday, right? I think. No, it's Tuesday, because it was a holiday. Night Owl's schedule really screws me up sometimes. How's everyone doing? Logan, do you ever sleep? Yeah, sometimes the bot takes a minute to boot up. Should be okay shortly. And there's Riley. How's it going? So yeah. This morning we're gonna try to finish 4-star. And yeah, I'm like almost done with 4-star already. I've been going kinda hard. That's what she said. And 5-star, whatever. I do still have a quest left in 4-star. It's a Palico quest. That's why I haven't done it yet. I've narrowed 5-star down to like a fair deal of like I think these would be ones that I'd want to show on stream. For the most part, like new monsters are what I'm like, oh, I should show these on stream. When it's old stuff, whether it's stuff I've fought already, whether it's stuff I fought in 3, or like monsters that everyone's gonna know about, I've kind of been like Nibble Snarf. For some reason 5-star has a quest to kill 3 Nibble Snarf in a row, and I was like, I already killed like 5 of those in Monster Hunter 3, and like 2 of them here. People don't want to see more Nibble Snarf. Let's pass on that. And yeah, I've upgraded a lot of equipment. I'm using the Cyantar armor. I made that a while ago, but I don't think I've actually streamed this since I made it. Maybe I have. And then I finally upgraded to this weapon yesterday, like as in like last night. It's actually not a very big upgrade, but an upgrade's an upgrade, right? They can't all be huge, especially in this game because they don't scale the weapons ridiculously to make them look like huge upgrades. Other games have done that. Alright, what else are we going? Yeah, Wham is now using, he's also using Cyantar armor. And, Dozer is back. Dozer was my second Palico in 4. So I finally made him, and I gave him the old Gypsaros armor that Wham was using, because I didn't feel like making anything yet. You might be onto something there, actually. I need this. Aha, that's useful. I can probably guess. Actually, I know exactly what this guy's gonna be. I don't need to ask. And hey, Dan, how's it going? Good morning. I mean, we were already talking, of course, so, but I should still give you a proper welcome. So first we're gonna fight Lagiacrus. I know what you're thinking. Already fought this guy a couple times in Monster Hunter 3. How could it possibly be different? It's different because there's no underwater combat now. And I've heard that he has quite a few new moves as a result. So I thought that would be interesting to save that. JMT, how's it going? Good morning. Although, you've been up all night, right? I think we've both been up all night. Yeah, this axe had slightly more power on it. It has slightly more paralysis. I think it has the same amount of affinity. I think it might actually have some defense on it or something. The sharpness is kind of not as good. That's the only thing that has me saying it's not necessarily an upgrade. If he isn't in 10, I'm gonna be shocked. And then the armor has Razor Sharp and Expert level 2. He's not here. Are you serious? How can he not be in the... Fine. I got you, game. You're trolling. Yeah, this is an interesting game for me, because usually I do all the multiplayer stuff first, and then I do single player. So yeah, I'm usually completely decked out by the time I do solo. This is backwards. Like, I'm way ahead in solo compared to where I'm at in multiplayer. Eno and I did do some questing last night, like some non-exciting questing, like busy work stuff, just for the sake of completion. But we're still in rank 2. We're not very far along. We're seriously overgearing it at this point. I shouldn't have to paintball him, right? I'm gonna know where he is. Remember me? Oh god. So he can still do that on land now. That used to be water only, but he can do that. I hate it when stuff like that hits me, because technically, like, it didn't hit me. I'm not afraid. I've pumped this guy before. I don't know what the subquest is. Wound body part. I hate that it doesn't tell you, like, the actual subquest. When I picked up the quest, it was probably like, oh, cut off his tail, and now it's just wound body part. So that could mean so many different things. That was new. He has Warcraft's lightning shield, I guess. That was new. Let's go to reload while we're here. But yeah, Eno will be back tonight, and we're like for tonight and Wednesday night, we're gonna be doing more multiplayer, and I'm hoping that we're gonna make really good progress because we're overgearing things to a hilarious degree. I even went and looked up what the keys for HR2 are just to save time, because we're going to be overgearing stuff so much that it's not going to be interesting. So I was like, we might as well just get through it faster. I think we have 2 keys left, and why did you dodge forward? I was definitely holding back on the control stick, not forward, but okay. You might have. Okay, fine. Like, I mean, you can kind of tell by the fact that, like, I'm getting hit a lot, and I'm only at half health. Like, I'm really kind of overgearing this stuff right now. When I made this armor, I got kind of lucky and I had enough stuff to upgrade it like 5 times or something ridiculous like that, so... And I think Eno's in the same position. I had a feeling he was going to do that. I had a feeling I should have paintballed him. So he probably goes to, what, 10? So it might be faster to go to 8. Yeah, when I found him in this area, I was like, there's a fair chance that he's just gonna swim away. There he is. Okay. That's fine. I think I'm okay with that. Is he really eating already? It's gonna suck. Lucky. How on earth can I get out of that in time, but when freaking Kezu's spamming his Lightning Nova, I can't get out of that in time? Like, ever. Now where do you think you're going? Are you going back to 7, you piece of shit? What on earth? Or is he attacking? No, he left. Okay. At least it's not that long of a walk, I guess. All things considered. Yeah, I was actually reading a review, like, 2 hours ago, saying, like, is Generations still a good game in a world where Monster Hunter World exists? And they were pointing out, like, and they were saying yes, they were saying, like, there's a lot of quality of life improvements in Monster Hunter World, but when you think about it, some of them actually aren't that good. And it had a lot of good points. The one I liked was that it was like, well, in Monster Hunter World, it's all one big map, right? It's not a segmented map. So a lot of people probably think that's an absolute improvement. But then they were saying that, like, the paths between all of the areas are just these blank areas that you just have to run through to get to the next area. There's nothing there. It made it one big map, which is visually impressive, but gameplay-wise it didn't add anything, and it just made the game take longer. Because in this, you get to the edge of the area, and you just load into the next area in, like, a couple of seconds. In World, you had to be walking through nothing. There were no areas. They didn't add, like, gathering spots along there or anything, so that it was kind of an empty improvement. Like visually it was impressive, and technically it was impressive, but from a gameplay standpoint, it actually didn't add anything. And I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. What is that he just did? But then it pointed out some other stuff. Like, it said that you don't need bug nets and stuff in that game, and I was like, I think that's an improvement. Sometimes I get kind of annoyed that you have to carry so many supplies in this game. Like, it's kind of overkill at times. So I'd say that was an improvement. It did point out how Monster Hunter World only has like 30 monsters, and this has over 90. So there's just a lot more to do. I mean, quality of life is important, Riley. Weren't you the one pointing out about how great it is that you can hold down the A button to gather now instead of tapping it? That's quality of life improvement. It's amazing how much a small change like that can actually make an enormous impact on gameplay. I think the problem is that some of the quality of life in World sounds like it just trivialized things. It made things way too easy. But then I watched some gameplay that shows, like, yeah, there are damage numbers for when you hit the monster now, so you can actually kind of tell how much damage you're doing. And it's like, I think that's important, because I have moments with the Switch Axe where I'm like, is this button doing more damage than this button? I don't know. I have no way of knowing. I'd have to go look I'd have to go Google it to find out. There's no way in-game to know. Aside from maybe, like, going and hitting one of those deer with just X attacks and then hitting the other one with just A attacks and see which one dies faster. And that's not very intuitive. Oh, did you need that? My bee. Yeah, get out of here. I'm kind of mixed on damage numbers. It's like I said, it's nice so that, yeah, exactly. I like I said, it's frustrating when I'm like, I don't know how much damage an ability is doing. Like, I don't know how good it is. I never use terrible time to demonstrate. I never use this because I don't think it's any good. I could be wrong. Maybe that's like the best move in the game, and I'm not. I don't know it. It seems like it has too many disadvantages to actually be good. But since there's no damage numbers, I don't know. On the other hand, I don't know if damage numbers hurt that, but I can agree with they should never show the health bar of the monster, because yeah, I like that element of not knowing how close you are to victory. Like, I think that's part of the game's appeal. Some people might not get that, but, like, it wouldn't be as intense if you knew when it was gonna die, honestly. Because right now, I have no idea how much, this is still a fight that I have to put my full focus on. If you had a health bar, you'd be able to see he has very little health. I can start being careless because there's a good chance I can kill him before he kills me, and that's unhealthy. You shouldn't be encouraging players to do that, because then people are going to die at the last minute because they're being stupid, because they're like, oh, look how little health he has. Not being able to see health forces players to be careful and work for it. I'm going to get hit by that one. So I can see both sides. I'm trying to think of what else the review mentioned. But it was basically, hey, World did some cool stuff, but, like, it certainly doesn't cheapen how great Generations is. Which is nice, because I've definitely seen other reviews basically saying, like, I know a lot of people don't like World solely because of the community, and that's because people played World and they were like, this is amazing, finally this franchise is actually good. And then whenever they talked to somebody else and they had that moment of like, oh, you play Monster Hunter? I love Monster Hunter. Which one do you play? Oh, you don't play World? The other games are shit. Like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, that's not good. No, this is a mistake. Realistically, he's not really hitting impressively well. Shouldn't have jinxed myself in saying that, but, you know. He did use all my healing things. Yeah, I like that you can kind of, like, they have tells. You can tell when they're getting tired. You can tell when they're getting low on health because of, like, the way they act. I don't look at damage I don't think damage numbers would make that redundant, because damage numbers don't tell you how much health the thing has. You know how much damage you're doing, but you don't know how much health it has. So, all that would do is inform you as to how much damage you're doing, and allow you to, like, kind of get better with your weapon. Because you'd be able to be like, well, this attack doesn't actually do that much damage. I shouldn't be using that as much as I am. But as long as they don't tell you this thing has 10,000 health, you don't know how that relates into what their life is. You get what I'm saying? I could know that a certain strike does 60 damage, but without the knowledge of how much health a Lagiacrus has, which I don't think you can pinpoint because I think the size of the monster has an effect on how much health they have. Now, the problem with that is that people data mine that shit, and you can find it all on Wikipedia. So, people would still do it. They would still be like... They'd be able to do like quick math in their head and understand how much health this thing has left. But people are already doing that because you can data mine the numbers for your how much damage you're doing too. That was interesting. This is a really bad idea, but I'm gonna do it. You like that? You like that? Oh, now you're all torn up. I am not sorry. I'm about to be. Fine. And hey, Cassidy, hey, Galactitron, hey, Blueberry. I think that's it. I don't think I missed anybody. Sorry for, again, being on a rant and missing people coming in. How's everybody's morning? How is everyone's weekends? Or how was your holiday weekend? See, Wikipedia is funny. The actual website of Wikipedia.com, or org, or whatever it is, it's probably com, absolutely untrustable, I agree, because anybody can edit that. If you specifically go to the Monster Hunter Wikipedia, that shit is curated. Not everybody can edit that stuff. So you can mostly trust what you see there, with one exception, because sometimes those sites just stop functioning. And I don't mean that the site goes down. I mean that the people who obtain the website, or maintain the website, rather, they don't continue to maintain it, and then all the information falls out of date. I went to the Monster Hunter Wiki for something, I don't remember what it was, but they didn't have any information about generations even existing. That's how long it's been since they've updated it, so that's not good. Like, but if it's well maintained, it can be a very trustworthy source, because the ones that are focused on one subject, they don't allow just anybody to make edits to them. Let me catch up on chat really quick. Gator, how's it going? You beat Rathalos yesterday? I just took on Rathalos this last night myself. That's good. It sounds like you're really getting grips with the game. It sounds like you're doing pretty well. Flapper as well. How's it going, Forever Okami? Good morning, everyone. Yeah, as long as Wikipedia is curated, it's trustworthy. Some of them are not curated. So it depends. Can be trustable, might not be trustable. And yeah, Dan, I do agree with that. Like, I think we talked about this the one morning when we were doing stream testing. Like, especially for like a PC version of this, somebody would inevitably make an add-on that would calculate their damage per second. And that would cause problems because then people would start being toxic because they'd be like, look how much damage I do. You're not doing as much damage as I'm doing. What are you doing? You should delete the game because you're so bad. And so that, yeah, not a good idea. Now, granted, people could probably do that even without the damage numbers, but yeah, I don't know. I see both sides of it. Like I said, it's frustrating to me that like I showed that one switch axe attack where they're just swinging. I have no idea how good that move is. I know I'm a sitting duck when I use it, and I know that it smacks my allies around when I use it. So I don't use it, because I feel like the damage doesn't matter. But realistically, that might be like the best damage attack they have. And I don't know that. There's no way to know that without Googling it. It would be nice if the game did something to portray, like, these are the attacks you want to use. Like, when the monster's downed, you want to use this attack every time. Maybe do that without necessarily saying how much damage you're doing. Somehow. It's tricky. It's not a deal breaker for me. I can see why people would like it in Monster Hunter World. If I would have picked up Monster Hunter World, I probably would have been like, oh cool, I can see how much damage I'm doing. That's nice. But I can see the appeal of not having it too. For sure. And yeah, Logan, I think you're right. Every now and then I do use... I think people call it Wild Swing. I don't know if that's actually what it's called. Every now and then I will use it basically when I don't have any other options. Like when the monster gets toppled and I don't have like my arts ready or anything, I'll usually use that instead. Whoa, that was an intense one. What a time to pause. I didn't realize he was cooking that one up. That's gonna suck. Holy cow. That's ridiculous. And I feel like I should apologize to Riley. I have a feeling the fact that I just left it paused for 5 minutes was triggering you so hard. So... And yeah, Dan, that might be a good way of looking at it. That like, yeah, if I am a sitting duck, then it's probably pretty good. If it's trans slash, I kind of hate trans slash, but on the other hand, if it's so difficult to land the entire attack, then it's probably a pretty strong attack, because it wouldn't be bad damage if it were that hard to land the full thing. Oh, come on with this. This lightning bar thing is interesting. Thank you, Wham. Never mind, that wasn't a heal. I take my thank you back. Can I get... Nah, I can't get a jump slash from here. Oh. Bullfango. That'd be really cool. Have I mounted and taken him down yet? I feel like I have. Oh, he's so tired, but... Oh, okay, good. If you didn't notice it, then good. Like crazy. I also know some people like could have potentially been like, you had him on the ropes, why'd you pause? Keep going. Kill it. Kill it. But yeah, I could sense that I was getting to a point where I was going to start making stupid mistakes if I was trying to fight it while holding a conversation, so I was like, okay, pause time. That's something nice about single player, because of course in multiplayer you can't pause. That's nice. I should have rioted before I came in here. He's going to smack me away anyway, so guess what? You're asking for it. Unless you do that. If you focus on... Perfect. Yeah, Dozer's the newcomer. Go ahead and toast him. He's probably not doing much damage anyway. On that note, I can feel that the Palicos actually do very respectable damage in this game. I've lost count of how many times Wham has gotten a killing blow on a monster, and I'm like back healing or something, and the monster drops dead. It's ridiculous. I don't remember them ever being that good in 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna run to... Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Yeah, that's alright. I hear you, Logan. Because like I said when I started the stream, I was like, you're still awake? Like, how do you even... How does that even work for school? You hope you get someone sick at school today? I'm guessing that's because you didn't feel like going and parents wouldn't let you stay home. Oh, you've seen them do that in 4 too? I don't remember it ever happening. Whereas here, I've definitely seen it happen enough where I'm like, yeah, that's a thing that happens pretty frequently. I shared on Discord like a couple hours ago that I was fighting Rathalos, and he went to lift off and leave the area, and Wham threw his boomerang at him and killed him in midair, and he came crashing down for a main objective complete. I was like, that was amazing. How did that not hit me? What on earth? Sometimes the hitboxes are just so weird. So weird. See that? Those are my boys. Small lobster shell? Okay. So that was not a big deal. He did have some new stuff, but like... I'm kind of over-geared at this point. Maybe not over-geared, but I'm definitely prepared for everything. I mean, we'll see what else happens, but... Woo, Dozer. Okay. Oh. He's probably asking me to do the quests I already have. Why do they do this? A major gripe I have with this game is that you'll kill a Lagiacrus and then they'll immediately be like, here's a hunt to kill a Lagiacrus. Why? They do it all the time. I killed Rathalos earlier and they were like, hey, can you go kill a Rathalos? I just did that. Like... I get it. Monster Hunter, that's kind of what happens in Monster Hunter sometimes, is you gotta go grind things to, like, get equipment. But, like, let me pick who I'm gonna fight multiple times in a row. And the quests are never different. Like, I think that's what bothers me. They don't add a different sub-quest to, like, oh, cut his tail off this time, or something. It's never... It's never varied in any way. Yeah, I have one quest left in 4-star for Palico, which I suspect that might open up more after I do it. I might try and do those this morning, maybe. There's the chance of something else showing up, so I guess that's a change of pace. And then I still have to do this triple hunt. But... honestly, the sub-quest rewards are, like, really haven't been anything I've cared about, aside from ingredient upgrades for the canteen. And I think those are, like, really important. Aside from that, it's been stuff that I've been like, whatever. I kind of want to skip Astalos, because I know we're going to have to be fighting him in multiplayer, like, within the next couple nights. So part of me is like, I should wait and experience that one with Eno. But I could definitely kill the other two. I'm gonna start with Gamoth. Which I actually meant to put something in the stream title that was like major spoilers. Like, if anybody's playing through this game and they're not at this point yet, like, be warned that like stuff's about to get crazy. I need to restock on Mega Potions before I do anything though. I also need steaks. We're good. I can tell that I think I'm gonna be in Riley's camp on that one. I don't think I'm gonna come away from Astalos being like, oh, he was awesome. He's just a dragon. It's whatever. I can tell. I have a feeling he's the new Brachydios. He's going to be the one that people are obsessed with trying to... Wow, an actual cinematic. I didn't know this game had actual cinematics. That's pretty cool. Yeah, without having fought any of them yet, I think Astalos is probably going to be my least favorite. Like, design-wise, he's just a lightning dragon. It's not that exciting. The other one's a freaking soap dragon. Like, what the hell? Like, that's so imaginative. And this guy's an elephant that's as big as a freaking house. Oh, I like Malfestio a lot. I've had no complaints about him. Fighting him hasn't been a big deal. His design is cool. I mean, the switch axe armor setup in the demo, I'm pretty sure was Astalos' armor, and I did like it, but I can almost guarantee that, like I said, I can tell that's going to be the new Brachydios, where, like, everybody's going to be using it, so I'm probably never going to. I have to remember I do actually have to use hot drinks. So I actually have a talisman that has heat resistance on it, so I don't have to worry about cool drinks. And as a result, sometimes I completely forget that, oh yeah, hot drinks are a thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Astalos was pretty cool too, but I think I'm probably going to come away from that one, and it's not going to be my favorite. Unless one of the other monsters are, like, outrageously annoying. And then I'll probably be like, okay, well, he wins. He'd be up in 8. I'm also going to assume that he only traverses between 6, 8, and 7. Because he's too damn big to go through any of those freaking caves. As such, I probably don't have to paintball him. I think he's going to be easy to follow. Look at the size of... like, oh my god. Oh, jeez. Alright. I think the sub-quest is to wound his legs. Wound body part. I'm pretty sure it's his legs. Alright, we're gonna stand back for a bit and see what he's capable of before I go in guns blazing. What, we have a freaking audience over here? Is that what this is? Jerks. Just trying to see what you're up to, buddy. I'll leave some kind of wide open. Oh, I do not want to be under here. I did a hot track, right? So, oh, God. Can you even mount this thing? He's enormous. Whoa, no, 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 no. I don't want anything to do with that. This game has such cool music. This sounds like freaking Zelda music. And yeah, I'm just kind of like carefully observing. Sorry if you're like, fight the damn thing. No, I want to see what he's doing before I go running in. Can you, like, cut off his trunk? That would be kind of weird. I should probably pause every now and then to keep up on chat. Are you being sarcastic, Blue, or are you trying to use reverse psychology on yourself? I'm still waiting to see if he has something that, like, I definitely have to be careful of. That's kind of it, but not really. I just don't want to get in there and start getting dirty and then just something really bad happen. Honestly, this guy seems kinda tame. Thanks, whoever healed me. I don't know who it was. Dozer, I guess. My name's not currently with us. This is gonna suck. Hey Chadley, how's it going? I keep expecting him to, like, grab me with the trunk, too. We are up to 10 likes, too. Let me smack that button really quick. I never even gave everybody pixels for being here nice and early, so I'm going to do that, too. He's not limping already, is he? Oh, I paralyzed him. It was not, like, the best use, but I wasn't really ready for a paralysis to come. No, that's not a limp, he just seems kind of bored. It's like, it's enough of this. Later. It's alright, JMT. I say all the time, like, I regularly forget to like streams. I think I was lurking in Camillo's stream last night for like 2 hours, and I was like, I had completely forgotten to hit like. I was like, oh man, I did it. No, 7, this is indeed not Mega Man. Why did you think it was going to be Mega Man? Did I accidentally, like, tag it as being Mega Man? But also, good morning, 7. How's it going? Oh, I left X there from testing the other day. My bad. Yeah, I made some interface improvements, which nobody's noticed. But when I was testing them, I had to turn the art back on to see how everything looked, and I forgot to turn it off. I'm surprised there isn't anything else that I forgot to turn off. Good healing, guys. Oh, come on. What was I gonna say? Oh, Galactitron, you asked favorite Smash game. I have a soft spot for Brawl, and I've talked about that before, and that's mostly just because when Brawl was out, that was when I had a lot of friends locally that, like, every week we'd get together and play. And we did that for a while with 4 too, but, like, then I moved away, so, like, not as much. I think 4 has a really well-balanced roster, but I think Brawl has more going for it in terms of content. 64 is pretty boring. Like, it's nice to go back and play every now and then, just to be like, this is where it all started. And I'm not a big fan of Melee in basically any way. Even though I guess I have good memories of that too from high school, but... Got him. Again, I'm not prepared for him to fall, though. That's the thing that sucks. And he threw me out of the area, he's so damn big. He's probably gonna be back up. That sucks. Yeah, he's back up already. Almost. Now I have to try this ready. I have to get out of there before he does that. Yeah, so... honestly, they're all pretty subtle changes to the interface anyway. The big difference is probably that the title is moved. And that the, like, lighter purple section has drop shadows now, but... yeah, it wasn't a massive change or anything. There was a few little things that I wanted to, like, just rearrange and take care of. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Logan. A lot of it comes down to like, learning the panic patterns of the monster. Like learning when it is that they're gonna start trying to fling you, when they're gonna roar. Because some monsters are definitely a lot more aggressive about that than others. But yeah, I think you can technically hold R the whole time, as long as you're not pressing A when they're trying to fling you off, because then I think that kind of cancels out R being held. I think. Might be wrong. One of you want to help me out here? What on earth just happened? Thank you. That took way too long, but thank you. You know, give me a minute. Do you mind? Can we put a pin in it? What missions do you do to complete 2-star? I don't remember. I did all of them, honestly. Typically, I do the big hunts first, and those usually cover the key quests that you need to do. You guys need to shut up. I'm gonna have to kill you because you guys are gonna interrupt me when I'm trying to act. Like, I came here to activate Demon Riot because I didn't want him to interrupt me. But if I let these guys live, they're going to interrupt me. And then I will flip out. I didn't change everything. It took like... I don't know, Dan, how long did that take? Not long. I started an unlisted stream for us to test something completely unrelated, and then I just went off on this tangent about changing my layout. And I just did it all, like, right then and there. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. It's just gonna be a thing now. Alright. It was like, it couldn't have been more than, like, an hour and a half. It probably wasn't even more than an hour. Sat on. Oh, come on with this. I need to get stunned. I feel like this guy should make some pretty cool looking equipment. I hope his armor set is cool. Yeah, the side quest was to break his front legs. Oh god. Okay. That was the thing. Let's do this first, because I don't want to lose Demon Riot yet. Oh my god, he's so mobile all of a sudden, and he has me pinned. This is bad news. Don't even think about it. Let me go, please. Good looking out, Wham, but him running away is not a big deal. Whatever. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Oh, this is just something. Warming effect wore off already? Has it really been that long? I'll have to check it out after this. Yeah, knock it out, Wham. That would be amazing, actually. Probably gonna lose Demon Riot before I'm able to get off Trance Slash, but that's alright, I guess. He's kinda limping, isn't he? Good stuff. I forgot to do this. I mean, it's definitely a personal taste thing. Like, different people are gonna like different armor. I personally don't like the, like, dragon armor that's, like, all spiky and stuff. I'm not a big fan of it. I can see why people would be, but it's, like, personally not a style that I typically like. Even this armor is kind of a little too spiky for me. I'm gonna run way the hell away, because he is really backing up for something. Hey, Funk. Good morning. Happy, I won't say like happy beginning of the week because I don't know what days you had off. I know hotel workers don't necessarily get holidays off, so you were probably still working, as a matter of fact. I do like the armors where, like, the dye, it makes a big difference. Like, this armor sucks for that, because it's, like, those straps hanging from the waist, those are the things that get dyed. It's so dumb. It's like, why isn't it the blue part that gets dyed? Now, I think high-rank armors are typically better about that, but I could be wrong. Get out of here. Oh, you actually did have some time off for the holiday? Not bad. I shouldn't go for the head with Trance Slash, because he's going to stand up and then the whole thing's going to miss. So I want to go, like, right here. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, it paralyzed him! You poor bastard. You poor, poor bastard. I'm almost sorry. I'm almost sorry. Wow, the ground actually shook when he landed. That's not something that usually happens. That's a cool touch. I think that I don't like the Zinogre set either, personally. It's too anime. Hey, look, I have big spiky hair. Meh. Pass. I'm kind of picky about most of the armors in this game, though, to be totally honest. But again, there's a wide variety of armors, which is pretty cool. It means, like, everybody's gonna find something they like. Oh, so he had to kill that to get that move. Cool. Alright, JMT. Good luck. How far? I think you said you're in 3-star quests now, right? Alright, let's boogie on over here and see what they have to say. All the dialogue. First before I forget about it. I didn't go into detail 7 because I thought that it was a lot of it was probably too subtle for people to notice the difference of. Yeah, something that was bothering me a little bit was So what exactly are we doing here? Okay. So do I have, like... Was that a mega evolution stone? Is that what I just got? Yeah, something that was starting to bother me about the interface was there was, like, kind of a lot of dead space around, like, the outer edges. So I inched the screen up a little bit more. I kind of recentered the camera, and then I added the drop shadow to the lighter purple section along the left. And then, yeah, I moved the title because there was no room for it up top anymore. Let's look at the palette of armor for Gameloft too. I actually don't have one yet. Yeah, anchor. Ooh, I like that. Some of these sets look really ridiculous. Oh my goodness. That's kind of nice. I'll have to see what the weapon looks like then. Oh, what is lag accuracy? That's not bad, actually. Yeah, Galactictron, I agree. I don't really mind when people have to stop in for just, like, a minute just to say hi and leave. Or even just to say hi and lurk. Like, the fact that they stop by at all is pretty cool. I agree with that. As long as they're not stopping in to say, hey, I'm gonna go watch somebody else instead. That's the only thing I'd have a problem with. Kind of fancy. Oh, so that's what I can do with the stuff that I just got from the giant sword. Got it. Oh, I can make armor from it too. Wow, that's a hat. That is a hat. Oh my goodness. That's... I don't think I like that very much. What does it have on it? Not really awesome. Not really awesome skills. Oh well. Rip. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go fight him next. I think that's gonna be the next one I'm gonna fight. Hey, new arts. I don't think that's something for me. Why does it say no? I have that equipped. Like, what? Alright. Let's do this. To get more hot drinks, that's not necessarily... I wouldn't say that it has a feminine design. I will admit I have a bad habit of just kind of referring to all monsters as he's, unless I know that specifically it is female, which I shouldn't do. I should refer to them as like it or they. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's feminine. Just because it's pink. Like, I don't think. I don't really consider that feminine either. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then probably Rathalos again, and then probably Lagiacrus again. Now see, Lagiacrus Fuss actually makes it sound like it is pronounced Lagiacrus. They had a pun in 3 that was Lagiac Cruise Control, so I thought it was supposed to be Cruise. You know what? When it comes to a company like Capcom, I bet their localization team like isn't necessarily all on the same page, so... Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on game spoilers because, like... I'll often say about when I'm playing this that I don't want any spoilers, and there's probably a lot of people that are like, this game doesn't really have a storyline, there's nothing to spoil. But I look at it as, like, the content is also, like, a spoiler. The fact that like, these 4, like, flagship monsters, the fact that I hadn't seen any of them in advance... made it that much more exciting once I did see them for the first time, because I was like, wow, what's that thing? If I had already known about them, I would have just been like, oh, it's that. I knew that was coming. It's like, that's boring. And I think I remember Gammoth from when they like first revealed Generations, because I specifically remember that remembered in the trailer they showed this big elephant thing, and I was like, that thing looks awesome. So I remembered that one, but the other one, the other 3 I wasn't familiar with. Alright, let's go for the head. Slightly better than the other one. Well, Riley, since I skipped Generations, I just skipped looking into it because I knew that someday I'd want to play it, and then I would experience things then. Like, if it was a game I knew I was never going to play, I probably would have, like, looked into everything. If I cared, that is. But, like, same thing with World. I have no idea what monsters are in World. I don't want to know which monsters are in World, because someday I might play it, and I want to have that experience still be there for me. It's why I've talked before about Usually when games reach a point where I'm like, I'm absolutely gonna want to get that game, I stop looking at anything to do with it because I don't want too much of it spoiled. As soon as I decided that I wanted Mario Odyssey, I was like, I'm not looking at anything else for Mario Odyssey. I want that all to be a surprise when I play it. I'm the same way with Zelda games. When I reach a point where I'm like, yes, that looks good, I stop watching anything that they show about it. Like, I'll watch, like, trailers and directs, but when they did, like, Treehouse stuff at E3, like, when Mario Odyssey was, like, the center of the show, I was like, I'm not watching the Odyssey segments, because I don't want to know about that stuff in advance. It wouldn't have been nearly as cool getting to the Ruined Kingdom in Odyssey if I had known that that was there waiting for me. The fact that I didn't know it was there made it amazing. How are they, like, soap? How do they get ideas like that? Like, that blows me away. Alright, so this one, I mean, Gammoth, I didn't stick around to fight him the first time they showed him to me either. So I was in that one completely blind. This one I watched a little bit of when I first saw it. But I still would say I'm basically going in blind here. Yeah, but with what you're saying, Galacticron, like, my point is just that story isn't the only thing that can be spoiled. Like, that's not... I think when people think of spoilers, they think of, like, Final Fantasy VII and Star Wars and stuff like that. That's what people think of when they think of spoilers, but I consider... I consider, like, like I said, the dragon in Mario Odyssey. Like, if I would have known about that in advance, I probably would have been, like, mildly upset. If I would have known about, I don't know, like, a bunch of the references in Sonic Forces. I actually found out, or not Sonic Forces, Sonic Mania. I actually found out about the Mean Bean Machine reference in there before I played the game, and that was disappointing. Because it would have been so much more ridiculous if I had just found it and had no idea it was going to be there. The thing is like, in this day and age with streaming being a thing, a lot of people just, like, they just watch all of this stuff. Like, they just watch the games and they think that everybody wants to know about everything that's happening in all of the games. Dan, I see what you're saying, but with a game like Smash, I think it's a completely different thing, especially because it's impossible to avoid stuff like that. And I like the way they reveal the stuff the way they do, because ultimately I know that if they don't do that, some total ass is going to leak everything online anyway, and there's going to be no suspense behind that. So I think that watching the reveals for a game like that through the official reveals, I think that's, like, the correct way to do it. Whereas, again, if those reveals get leaked in advance, like, remember when E3 came around and, like, you didn't watch it right away, and you tried to stream and you said no spoilers about E3 because I haven't watched it and I want to enjoy that myself? It's the same basic thing. It wasn't necessarily that, like, Yeah, I guess I don't have anything else to say on that, actually. But, yeah, I think, like, reveals are... Okay, soap is a thing. I'm slippery. I think reveals are a thing with that, too, where, like I said, with something like Smash, since I know that I'm gonna be interested in it, I know that it's going to be hard to avoid spoilers in regards to people leaking this stuff. So I'd rather see them reveal it the way they are doing it. Because I've seen it's happened so many times. There was a massive leak on Smash 4 when that was in development, and that completely ruined everything. Because there was like half a dozen characters or more that hadn't been revealed that were all leaked through like crappy phone pictures. And it's like, that's no fun. But yeah, I think there is, it kind of depends on the game, but my thing is that a lot of people think that's exclusive to story-heavy games, and that's not necessarily the case. I can tell he's going to be a bit of a flailer. Oh, what was I supposed to wound? Head. And it is durable. Did I just bounce off? This is such a funny debuff. What exactly does that do? I think Logan was trying to... Oh, so it doesn't do anything until you get it twice. Or it doesn't do anything negative until you get it twice. I got it. Yeah, I can agree with that, Galactictron. Sometimes, like, I guess that's what the spin-offs are for, but I think I would also like it if there was a main game that did things a little bit differently. That's something I really liked about 3D World, is that it was actually a slightly different story. Like Peach wasn't a damsel in distress for once. Now, on one hand, it was still very similar, because it was still Bowser causing trouble and kidnapping things that you had to save. So it wasn't that much different, but, you know, I like seeing things get mixed up. Man. I'm trying to get a feel for, like, his patterns, but he's all over the place. It makes sense. He's slippery. Go away. Pull and draw into the sword move. I have a really hard time reading this guy. It's really interesting. Uh-oh? I'm gonna go with uh-oh. I don't care if he is soapy. The moment you turn red, that can't be good. Nice, Wham! It's a shame that I was nowhere close to it to, like, take advantage of that, but nice going. Way to put him in his place. I messed something up. Oh god. Yeah, I think Odyssey didn't do that in terms of plot, but I think in gameplay, Odyssey was like a very different game. Like, there were definitely moments in Odyssey for me where I'm like, is this really a Mario game? Like, this is like the capture mechanic is so not Mario. It's a very different mechanic, and I think that's a good thing. Like, yeah, the plot wasn't necessarily anything special, but they found other ways to do that, which is still good. I'm not totally sure which way it went, so I might have chosen wrong here. Yeah. That is fine. But I don't know, it's a delicate balance, I think, because new is good, but then too much new can also lead to, like, this isn't even what I wanted, you know? Innovation is tough like that. Because, like, what on earth just happened? Like, I'd say Breath of the Wild is a good example of that. Ultimately, I think it succeeded in terms of innovating. My thing is, like, I wanted a Zelda experience, I didn't want an open world experience. It made a very good open world experience. A very, very, very good open world experience, but it's also, like, that's not exactly what I signed up for. Which made it a very unique experience. And that's why I hope that the two concepts can coexist. Because, yeah, they innovated, and that's good. They got a good result out of it. But then there's also the people that probably, like, really love Ocarina of Time, or Twilight Princess, or Skyward Sword, or Wind Waker, etc., 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 and they're probably like, this isn't... No. This is different. This isn't exactly what I wanted. And, like, I can see that, but on the other hand, them innovating led to them creating something new that was, like, a very impressive result. And there are other examples like that. Maybe Luigi's Mansion to an extent, because there are probably people that went into Luigi's Mansion thinking it was going to be a Mario game, and they were probably like, this isn't a Mario game. But Luigi's Mansion are still really fun games, so I'd say they still got some good out of it. Metroid Prime might be another one. That's kind of a different game compared to the 2D Metroids, but it still created something new and interesting, and that's good. Alright, Galactron, take it easy, have a nice day. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. And hey, Oblivion, how's it going? These animations are cracking me up. What happened? Oh boy. Why are there different colored bubbles? That worries me a little bit. Wasn't there a shiny over there? I missed my chance, whatever. I need to focus in here. But relax. This is fine. And again, this music's incredible. Like, I don't know what they changed. I don't remember, even 4, I don't remember having music like this. Like, the music in this game is such a step up. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Because green could either mean health, or it could also mean poison. So, that could totally go either way. I'm not feeling confident about either way about that one. And yeah, I don't think Air Ride wasn't them trying to be like, yeah, we need to innovate on Kirby, so let's yeah, that was kind of a one-off thing. Which then it becomes a fine line. Like, what's to say that yeah, Mario Kart isn't an innovation of Mario? Because I guess it is technically very different, like, just like Odyssey is. But then, Odyssey still has, like, the core gameplay there, I guess. I guess that's what... That's how where the line is drawn. It's just all over the place. Epic Yarn, maybe. I feel like Woolly World is actually a better example of that. I think with Woolly World, that was them saying, let's take Yoshi and, like, revitalize it. There we go. Oh, and he's paralyzed. But I'm gonna bounce the entire time, so I'm not gonna get a lot done here. Oh crap, I didn't realize I was reloading. Oh well. Oh my goodness. I should maybe leave the area before I try to shortcut. Oh, so the bubbles are... Those red and green ones were good, but they also give you the debuff. Very interesting concept, this monster. Like, it has, like... I mean, a lot of monsters have stuff that are like, wow, nothing else does that. So it'd be unfair to say that's something exclusive to him, but... And honestly, I actually don't know if Riley is still here. If you are, I apologize in advance. That's why I don't like Yeon Kut-Ku and Yeon Garuga, because they're redundant. They don't do anything that other monsters aren't already doing. And I have a feeling there's a lot of stuff like that in, like, the original Monster Hunter games, but, like, there's way too many, like, dragon-type monsters that are all, like, kind of the same thing. They all have, like, the same general attacks. Some of them poison. They don't have, like, interesting mechanics like this, or, like, Zinogre has, like, a Super Saiyan thing, and Nibblesnarf can be fished out of the ground, and, like, there's all these, like, and then Kezu's blind and deaf and only knows where you are by smell. None of the dragons have stuff like that. But to be fair, that's a problem with Rathian and Rathalos, too. There's nothing there that like that sets them apart, and part of that is probably because they're early generation monsters. I was talking to a friend about how cool Celtis and Celtis Queen were, because I don't think they really have any other monster like duos that like work together. That's a thing that's very unique to them. From what I've seen of Astalos, I wouldn't say he falls into that category of being just like all the other dragons. He's a longer dragon like this, for starters. I think he has arms and legs. He doesn't just have legs. His arms and wings might be kind of the same. He has a very different attack pattern. Like, I mean very specifically those early generation dragons that basically do, like, 3 things. They spin around when you get close and fling their tail around. They charge forward like idiots. And they probably spit fire. Like, that's basically all they do. Maybe they take off into the skies and then lunge at you like Rathalos does. But Iankaku and Garuga don't do that. They're basically just Rathian. There's like no difference. Like gameplay-wise is the point I'm making. Like design-wise, there's a lot different there, but so these heal? Yeah, look at that. But they do give you soap. Interesting. So I could get the others for free healing, but man, my cats are freaking screwing this thing up. But that's another reason why I don't like Cephadrome and Plesioth. They're basically the same thing, and they're basically those other monsters, except they also have a thing where they can throw themselves on the ground and, like, wiggle forward. They have, like, one different attack, and it's not an interesting attack. Cool. Wow. It's like there's 2 parts to every monster, right? I think they have to have interesting mechanics and like attack patterns, and then they also have to have a really cool design. And the most successful ones, I think, are the ones that have both. That's why I like Duramboros a lot. He fights unlike many other monsters. He has a cool design. I guess he's kind of similar to Uragan, though, if I'm being honest. Because Uragan, I think it's supposed to be Uragan. He has the thing where he, like, turns sideways and, like, shoulder charges forward, and he has the thing where he can just, like, charge forward just aimlessly. But then he also has like the chin slam thing, and he can roll into the ball and roll around the arena. And then Duramboros has the thing where he can spin and then fling himself, and so they're still like very different. I kind of hate it when I get an anticlimactic kill like that. I was just paused for how long talking, and he was 1 hit away. I could have finished it first, and then I could have talked. See, I have to disagree. I think Eon Kut-Ku and Rathian are basically the same monster. Like, I don't think they really have... Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure Eon Kut-Ku actually has more attacks than Rathian. So I think I'd actually have to put him higher. Because he has that thing where he charges forward and spits fireballs from side to side. Rathian doesn't have that. They have the thing where they charge forward and, like, peck at the ground. Rathian doesn't have that. So it's a step above Rathian, I'll give it that. Some of those attacks might be Garuga specific, though. I'm not sure. They're basically the same monster, let's be real. All the fun. All the fun things. Yeah, I was thinking about that, because, like, what you're saying, Logan, about Plesioth, they, ooh, did we get, like, a canteen upgrade or something? Sweet. Like, taking Lagiacrus out of the water basically fixed that fight, because the water part of it was what made it terrible. If you took Gobool in 3 out of the water, it basically fixed that fight and made him manageable, because every monster has these stupid just flail around attacks in the water, and it's terrible because their hitboxes are just all over the place. It's impossible to aim for, like, certain parts of their body. Like, it makes all of those fights worse. Like, Royal Ludroth in this is way better, because you never have to worry about him going into the water. Lagiacrus was way better. The problem with Plesioth is when he's on land, he still just has stupid flail around attacks. He doesn't have any, like... He's the definition of that monster I said once about how some monsters don't care what your agenda is. They're just like, ew, it's a hunter, get it off! Get off of me! They're somebody that just walked through a freaking spider web in the middle of the night, and they're panicked. And fighting those isn't fun. I'm not sure, Logan, because I'm not sure... Yeah, I'm not sure if... The first one I think of that's Plesioth-like is Cephadron. And that was like a very early one here. Do I have any... Let's go over here. And yeah, Oblivion, I agree to a point that the ones that were, like, in the first game... But on the other hand, there are still some monsters from the first game that are super interesting. But yeah, in general, I do think in 4 in particular, they added a lot of, like, really cool new monster designs. I should probably be reading at least some of this. T-Y. I haven't played World, no. I'm really curious about it, to be honest. I'm curious enough that $60 price tag would be... I would be fine with paying it. Even though I just spent that amount on this game, I would be okay with dropping another $60 on it if I hadn't heard that the PC port is absolutely terrible. Like I've heard that online play like doesn't even function in the PC port. I heard it's absolutely 100% terrible, which is why I haven't checked into it yet, because I am very curious. Mostly because I've heard really good things about World, and I've also heard really bad things about World. Excuse me. I've heard really good and really bad about World, which makes me say I need to sit down and play it myself and come up with my own opinion, because I don't feel comfortable just taking what I've heard other people saying and saying that this is fact. I wanna try it myself, but I've heard such bad things about the PC version that that's not something I'm willing to do just yet. And I don't have a PS4. In case that is not known already. Even if I did, I don't think I would get that version, because then you gotta pay out the ass for online play that I would basically be paying for only one game. Forget it. Let's take another look. Is the monster in this game? Like, is it in Generations, or is it something that is not in Generations? Yeah, if it's in Generations, just wait until I see it. If it wasn't in Generations, I was gonna say that's fine, because who knows when I'll see it. I'd like to get around to playing Monster Hunter 1 and 2 as well, but who knows when I'll make time for that. I hate that you don't get... Ooh, that's fancy. Like that. That is also fancy. I don't like that. Good, let's bubble too. Skills that cover your body in bubbles upon evading. Your evasive ability increases when covered in its bubbles. Interesting. So it's a dodge spam armor. Yeah, there's typically an armor set for every monster. God, have I really... I've been playing like so long that there's still chat log from when Eno and I were playing last night. Oops. Okay. So I still have to kill him. I have to do Rathalos, and I have to do Lagiacrus, and then I have to do that. Arzuros, Tetsukabra, and Daimyo Hermitor. No, he's not here right now. He will be tonight and tomorrow night. Unless something changes very suddenly, like within the next couple hours. I think I might do this one quick. I don't know. Part of me wants to just book it and get out of 5-star, move on. I have about an hour. That's probably enough time to do this and the urgent. It's tough because I know that there's a high chance that Eno and I are going to fight this thing tonight. So part of me wants to wait so that we're both experiencing it at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to save that. I'm not going to finish 5-star today. I'm going to save Astalos for tonight. And then we can both experience it. I think that'll make for an all-around a better experience. But I'm certainly not done yet. Like, I do have other hunts to do, so... We'll do this one. Then we'll do Rathalos, then we'll do Lagiacrus. By the way, Riley, why are you not freaking out about the fact that I'm using the Naharal axe? Which is not the actual name of the weapon, that's the name, that's what I'm calling it. It's Naharal axe. Because... goddamn, why is it not called that? I should make these 2 new armor, but I should probably just wait till I get to high rank. Why are they giving me dung bombs? I guess in case Arzuros grabs me? These guys don't all show up at once. They show up one at a time, so why are dung bombs important? Man, I want some more rain. I love the rain. Yeah, like, Dozer's armor isn't very good, but, like, his ability setup isn't super good yet, either. The last, like, 2 days, I've been retraining Wham a lot to get him, like, different skills and different moves. So I think he's in a pretty good place now. Dozer needs work, though. Because Dozer's new. I only just recruited Dozer last night. And that was because I had to start staffing the farm so that I could get honey. Because I was running low. I should still be in the habit of, like, oh, there's some honey over there. Like, I should go grab some while I'm here. Because I'm walking right past it anyway. Come to think of it, if it's Arzuros, he's probably a 3. Yeah, I could see that, Oblivion. I think I would agree with that. I like rain, but, like, That is a small Arzuros. Am I imagining things? He's very small. Yeah, I rarely get out of the house, so rain doesn't bother me. Fine. It was really foggy this morning. Damn, paralysis already? These triple hunts are kind of funny because usually everything's fairly weak. Yeah, I like Arzuros. Quick. So, here's something directed at you, Riley. I'm thinking about if/when I get back to playing Monster Hunter 3. Should I switch to a different weapon since I'm already using Switch Axe here? Like, would it be more interesting if I was using something else? Or is it kind of whatever? Do whatever I feel. Splat. I kind of want to try a new weapon if I'm going to switch in 3. But I can't really think of what I've, like, never tried before. Alright, now we're looking for a Tetsukabra. He's probably going to show up in 6, if I had to guess. Because I played Greatsword for quite a bit in 4. I played Longsword quite a bit. I played Dual Blades quite a bit. Hammer and Hunting Horn are both pretty decent options, I think. I don't think I could play Lance or Gun Lance. I think those are a little bit too slow for me. Oh, it's here. Okay, that works too. And I don't think I would go ranged. But maybe. Ranged can be harder. Especially in the older games. I'm not a big fan of the bow guns, but I do enjoy bow quite a bit. I remember thinking... I think I played bow a bunch in 3, and I thought it was really fun. So on that note, if I ever go ranged in this, it's probably going to be bow. I probably won't try the other ones. I know Eno did heavy bowgun for a while. I don't think he really liked it, though, if I remember correctly. That's not a great knockdown. I can't see a thing. I think I'm actually in him right now. What, you can't decide between getting this game or Celeste? I mean, to be honest, there's a massive difference in price between those two games. I don't know if I could really compare them. I need to get back to Celeste, though, honestly. Come over here so we can like, do the mount thing. No? Not in the mood? Okay. Yeah, that is a good point. Like, Celeste is like, I'm probably gonna get hundreds of hours out of this game, easy. Celeste, I'm probably not going to get hundreds of hours out of. Unless you're the type to like doing like speedrunning and stuff, because I do think it has like a speedrun mode in it. So if you like stuff like that, then you probably could get quite a lot of mileage out of Celeste. If you're gonna get a monster, because Oblivion, would it be your first Monster Hunter game? Because if it's gonna be your first Monster Hunter game, don't get 3. For multiple reasons. Good work, guys. You don't have a 3DS? Really? I don't remember. Do you even have a Switch? Kind of totally forget. Hermitor might pop up here, so let's just sit tight. I mean, of course, anyone looking to buy Monster Hunter games, I'd probably recommend this one if they have a Switch. Well, 3 was on the 3DS, but if you're gonna get one for 3DS, get Monster Hunter 4, because 4 was absolutely incredible. And, again, it's a little bit cheaper. And you'll still get a lot of hours of gameplay out of it, so... that would probably be my recommendation. Unless, of course, you want to get it with the intent of, like, playing with people here. And then, yeah, I'd probably say just get Generations. For a while, I was thinking about playing 4 off-stream with viewers, but then the opportunity of potentially continuing to play 3 came up, and I was like, I can't commit time to 3 Monster Hunter games. That's insane. I already barely have time for the idea of picking up 3. It's actually around here. It's surprising. So the controls are weird because they're kind of hard to learn. But once you know what you're doing, I think they feel pretty good. Like once you learn what everything does, I think they feel good. But there's some odd stuff with the controls that's gonna take some time to get used to. They're not super intuitive controls because they're very complicated, and in ways they're designed that you can do multiple things at once. For example, the menus are designed in a way that I can continue running away from this thing, and I can continue to navigate my item pouch and do things. But as a result, that means that the menu controls are, like, in weird places. You can't use the left analog stick for the menus, because they designed it with that in mind. Which I think is good, but, like, as somebody learning the game, you're probably gonna be like, why the hell is it like this? That doesn't make sense. And that was me the first time I played the game. I was like, what is going on with the controls in this game? Like, they have no idea what they're doing. Let's go over here and get our mount on. Yeah, I remember really yeah, and the item carousel in the lower right, like you can do all of that while you're moving. So if whether you're running away to try not to get hit by something, or you're just trying to get yourself moving to the next area, you can multitask and prepare on the fly. Which the big thing there is that, like, the game doesn't pause. Like, in single player, you can navigate to pausing, but in multiplayer, you can't pause, so you have to be able to do all this stuff, like, while you're playing. I think it's a pretty cleverly designed interface and control scheme. It's just that, like, I think a lot of players these days are so used to things being very simple that it's a bit of a turn-off at first. Because you might have some people say, like, well, okay, you can't pause in multiplayer, but why can't you just pause and bring up the menu in single player? Well, then how would you do any menuing when you're playing in multiplayer? Like, you'd have to constantly, like, retreat to other areas to make sure you're completely safe before you do anything at all. They took it further in World, and this is probably something people didn't like, where I don't think you have to be standing still to use items, so you can do it all on the fly, which I think might make it a little bit less strategic. Because you don't have to be careful. You don't have to plan carefully about, he's doing an attack and he's not looking at me, and now is my time to heal myself. You can just do it whenever. Which kind of, like, goes against the whole idea of carefully planning every move you make. It definitely is complicated, but maybe not even complicated, but elaborate. I think elaborate would be a better word for it. That's interesting. Kind of got stuck in him for a moment. Yeah, JMT. Eno and I had a moment like, well, I had a moment like that last night with Eno where, well, kind of. I saw a Bullfango and I thought it was a Bulldrome because they look so similar. We had just killed a Bulldrome, and I was like, holy shit, there's another one over there. Because I thought I thought it was another one. And I was like, oh no, it's just a Bullfango. Unless you mean more like being introduced to a new monster and you're not entirely sure what it is you're looking for. This would suck. He still does a ton of damage with that attack. Oh, get over it with the freaking stun thing. Thank you, Dozer. $91. Funk is gunning for that jackpot again. Get back here. Dozer's in freaking beast mode. Hey, 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 what did that corpse do to you? Yeah. Oh crap, I didn't think of this. Well, I don't need the map anymore, I can just scrap the stuff that's not important. Okay. What's really fun to think about, well, fun/painful to think about in terms of the controls, try and wrap your head around the fact that when Monster Hunter first came out, it was on the PSP, and there were less buttons overall. How the hell did they fit all of this stuff onto those buttons? I don't understand. Like, I think I mentioned before this came out that like people had to play the original Monster Hunter, they had to play it like this because they had to like these were switched for PSP, so they had to use their thumb on the analog nub thing. Then they had to have their index finger up here on the plus pad to control the camera because there was no right stick. It's honestly amazing that Monster Hunter got popular considering it was that elaborate and convoluted, and it was on a system such as the PSP. Like, it's amazing that it took off. Somebody wants to talk, and I don't know who. Someone on the branch. That's why if I look into playing Monster Hunter 1 and 2, I'm going to do it on emulation so that I can actually, like, remap controls and actually like make it work. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, I have a PSP somewhere. But realistically, playing it on not PSP is probably way more comfortable. Okay, Rathalos. And you know what? Maybe we'll end the stream with this Great Macau hunt as Wham. Maybe that's what we'll do. So we'll do Rathalos first. Maybe I'll skip Lagiacrus because that's the first monster I hunted tonight. So maybe I won't do that one since I've already killed one. I don't know. Keeping an eye on the time. If this one doesn't take long, I can probably make time for both. Probably not. If something comes to me for what, like, if I get an idea, like, one day where I'm like, oh, this is what I should do, then I probably will, but I'm not really, like, pushing myself to come up with any ideas. For multiple reasons. Like, realistically, I should be creating art for future playthroughs instead. Because I still have to, even though this is basically dominating my schedule right now, and I'm kind of letting it because most people seem okay with that. Like, everybody seems to be down for watching more Monster Hunter, so I'm kind of like, alright, you got it. But I should still be thinking ahead towards, you know, getting new playthroughs ready, so that if I reach a point where I'm like, okay, that's enough Monster Hunter for now, that I have stuff ready, and I don't have to scramble to get it together. So I'm probably not going to do artwork for this, unless I have a night where I'm just really on fire with drawing, and I'm just drawing, and then I might, but it's kind of tough since armors change so frequently. Yeah, I currently have 2 playthroughs that, like, those are going to be the first ones I get back to, and that's Celeste and Yoshi's Woolly World. Not counting Mario Odyssey, which I will do that. I will get back to that at some point, too. But I want to make sure I have a few days in a row that I can devote to that, if needed. Yeah, but even the Palicos, their armors change, so I guess I could draw them without armor. Oh man, I'm getting so yawny all of a sudden. Like, maybe I will just do this one and then finish up. Paint your eye. It kind of bothers me that they don't care that you just do paint on them. Like, they react to you, but they don't, like, freak out. It's not like they're like, you little bastard. So, the Rathalos I fought earlier was kind of a jackass. I'm hoping that this one plays nice. Mostly because he poisoned me like 7 times or something ridiculous like that. He would not let up with that shit. I don't think I get what you're saying, Riley, because I'm getting too tired, and I don't remember what I've, like, said 5 minutes ago, so... You know what, Bullfango? Not yet, Oblivion. I haven't seen enough of them. I like this armor ability-wise. I don't really love the appearance, to be honest. Like, could be better. It doesn't look awful. At least it looks like armor. Like, it actually looks like real armor, so it gets points for that. It's not a freaking, like, plate mail bikini or anything, so... Yeah, credit where credit's due. Yeah, I was asking for that one. Did you just pin Dozer down? No. Okay, I get it. You're mad. Relax. Fuck off. Oh my god, I can't believe I got out of there in time. God damn it, Bullfangor, are you fucking kidding me? Can we not? Can we not? Get the hell out of here. Come on, fucking make Bullfangor go extinct by the end of this game. Funk with the freaking jackpot. How can you hate Rathalos? There's fucking 7 of them. If not more. Same reason I hate the fact that Smash Brothers has 4 goddamn Marths. It's stupid. And 7's being generous, because I consider Kutku and Garuga to be the same goddamn monster. So, I could say it's like 9. Do those 2 have color variations too? I'm sure they do. So there's too damn many of them. Rathalos is at least better than Rathian. He at least has stuff that like only he does. But there's still too damn many of this monster. But right now I can safely say that my hatred is more so focused on that Bullfango. That is a new attack, that like flamethrower thing he has, I think. I think that's new. Doesn't really seem super familiar. This isn't the best trans slash in the world, but I'm gonna take it. You bastard. There are! At least 7! That's not counting the freaking... the deviant ones. So there's probably one of each for the deviants. So that's at least 8. Because I think I was already counting the Rathalos one. Now, to be fair... someone's gonna disappoint me and say this isn't the case. Maybe, like, Pink Rathian isn't in this game. Maybe they were like, oh, gold and silver, and it is enough. But I highly doubt it. Oh no, not quests. I mean, there's literally 7 monsters that are basically the same monster, just a different color. Oh, this is bad. I mean, there's too many quests to fight them too. That's also part of it. This game hasn't been too bad about that yet. 3 was really bad about it. Like, you had to fight these things, like, constantly. This one hasn't been too bad. I've only had to kill, like, maybe 4 of them. That's not too bad. Hey, Linka Hero, how's it going? Yeah, there's Rathian, there's Rathalos, there's Pink Rathian, there's Azure Rathalos, there's Silver Rathian and Gold Rathalos. It might be the other way around. I think 4 had another one, actually, that I can't remember. There's Dread King Rathalos and Dread Queen Rathian, the Deviants, or whatever they're called. So there's at least 8 of them. And they're all the same thing, except some of them are more pissed off than the other ones are. That's basically the only difference. That's why I've made jokes about Rathian being an Echo Assist trophy in Smash Brothers. Why not, right? Rathian, like, never flies, though. That is one of the differences. Rathalos spends a lot of time in the air, and Rathian doesn't. But that's kind of about it. I think there might be some other subtle stuff that, like, I don't think Rathian spits fire as much. But you're splitting hairs at that point, and you shouldn't be splitting hairs. Though at least there's the major difference of Rathalos is the male and Rathian is the female. Like, that kind of makes it a little bit okay-ish. At least forgivable that there's 2 of them. Yeah, like I said, Riley, splitting hairs. Dark Pit's arrow is slower than Pit's. They still both have fucking light arrows. It's the same attack. Oh, when did I start the stream? About 2.5 hours ago, I think. Damn it. And because of where he's taking off, I can't see where he's going. I kinda can. 7, it looks like. Oh, it's 7:30 for you now? It's 9:30 here. I've been streaming since 7 my time, which was 2.5 hours ago. Oh, I did not realize that I need to sharpen. Let's do something about all of this. You know what? Be quiet. There we go, right in the face. You enjoy that. I am gonna, if you would let me, Is really that what was going too far? Was the paintball in the face? Can we stop, please? Thank you. Yeah, it's another thing I kind of dislike about some monsters in this game is, like, their animations don't, like, flow together very well, especially the really early ones. Now, granted, the really early ones, how long ago was that game made, and originally for PSP, so, like, to a point they get away with it, but it bothers me that, like, this one in particular, Rathalos, is, like, he can only turn up to 90 degrees at a time. He can't turn further than that. And if he's turning for 100 degrees, he has to turn 90 degrees and then turn 10 degrees. And it just looks so clunky and terrible. But again, it's early handheld stuff, so it's kind of forgivable. Really, it's just like the newer monsters have way just more elegant, smooth animations, and they all look really good. It'd be kind of nice to see them update all of the old ones. Because they have a bit. But they kind of, like, they've polished them in, like, polishing a turd kind of ways. Like, they updated the fire effects when he spits fire. Like, is that really what needed... Is that what needed the attention? I mean... That just kind of makes it even more noticeable, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for a game that came out on PSP, Rathian and Rathalos were from the first game, right? But yeah, they're basically still, like, they've polished the model and the textures a little bit here and there, but they're still using, like, the same animation rigs. Which I kind of get. Like, they can't be reworking all the animations every single game. That would create a lot of work. But yeah, for something that was on PSP probably like 10 years ago, it probably looked great at the time. It's just now holding it up next to the new stuff. He's not even limping yet. I feel like he's not going to be asleep. Whoops. I didn't want to go in yet. He's definitely not asleep. Why did I do that? That was so stupid. That was wasted. Alright. That was my triggering Riley's OCD moment of the day. Still kind of got him in a good place. I'm surprised this is not going horribly wrong for me. Can't see a damn thing, but it's working out. Well, I wanted to get his tail, but good work, whoever that was. Don't even think about it, Jaggy. Yeah, a good way of looking at it is, if you know anything about World of Warcraft, they had to devote an entire expansion to completely redoing the graphics of the player characters. That stuff like that's a massive undertaking. Like, that's not something they can do with every single game. Especially if they want to have, like, regular releases. but sometimes it really starts to look necessary. Maybe World fixed some of that. Maybe they actually did polish them up so that they don't have the same clunky animations. I'd hope so. If they're still doing those awkward 90-degree turn things, that would look really bad in a game that is otherwise, like, tremendously high definition. That would stick out really badly. Dozer's almost 15. I forget what ability he was learning at 15 that I thought was useful. Ooh, more arts. Hit me. These are all arts for, like, other weapons. And you're starting to annoy me. But I guess I'll be ready for when I switch to another weapon. Ooh, new ingredients. I didn't realize that was an ingredient quest. Cool. That's alright, Oblivion. I'll probably do, like, one more hunt, and then call it quits. Fluffy waffles! Yummy. Waffles and rice. Okay, why not? And waffles and peanuts? Ooh, that might actually be, like, my new go-to dish. Okay, so I have to kill Astalos, which I'm waiting on. And probably next morning stream I'll do that, maybe? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll do that on my own time. Laggy Acris I'm gonna do on my own time. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. And then I have this one quest for Wham and Dozer to take on their own. So I'm gonna do that quick, and then that's probably gonna be the end. Well, it might, like, unlock more quests, so I might do more than just the one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, otherwise, thanks for stopping in and hanging out. I'm glad you were finally able to make a morning stream. As I mentioned, if you're still there, like, Eno will be back for playing tonight. We're going to be doing online. Probably around 9 o'clock Eastern. And then we're going to be doing more tomorrow as well. Same time. And then I'm also streaming Thursday and Friday night, but I have no idea what I'm going to stream yet. I haven't gotten that far. Yeah, this is better. It has more health than the other one I was using. Cool stuff. Yeah, I think what I'm probably gonna do is I'll probably do these, and then when I stop the stream, like, we'll go on a raid, and then I'll probably kill Laggy Acris before I go to sleep. But I'm looking forward to tonight. I think we're gonna make a lot of progress tonight. Because I think we're both overgearing things, like, so much that So something that might be tricky about this is we do have to specifically wound this thing's head. Like, that's the quest. It's not to kill it. The quest is to wound its head. And I think that sounds tricky because of the fact that, like, I feel like we might accidentally kill it because of gear. Buddy. Yet. I'm kind of hoping that they intentionally gave this thing more health so that you wouldn't have to worry about accidentally killing it. I missed. Got it. Oh, you're facing the wrong way. Alright, let's see where that chained. Alright, let's see if I have more hunts now. Go over there and dialogue, yada yada yada. Yep, got a bunch of new ones. Slay bullfangos, deliver eggs, and crab brains. Still silver over here. None of that's super interesting. So I think I'm just gonna do that off stream. Because we're slowing down at this point anyway. Wow, that was nothing. And then if I get another big hunt for the palicos, maybe I'll save that. But I don't know, because, like, if I ever do a stream, if I ever do a morning stream and, like, anyone is up and wants to play, like, there's a chance I might switch to WAM if, like, if I'm helping them get through, like, HR1 or something. Just so that I'm not completely trivializing the hunts, so maybe I don't have to go out of my way to be like, here's a WAM stream, because that opportunity might present itself anyway. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up now. Who all is still hanging out? Should I put a raid together, or is everybody already kind of asleep? I only have one raid target, but it's a decent one. But I still want to know that there are people here. Might just be you and me right now, Riley. I think we'll skip it this time. I think we have a few lurking, but if it's just two of us, that seems like... I want to know that there's at least like 3 or 4 before I commit to the idea of a raid, so... But that's alright, sometimes the morning streams get kind of dead the later they go. For completely understandable reasons. So, yeah, I think we'll skip it today. But as I mentioned, I'll be back tonight in like 11 hours or so, and Eno will be back with me, and we'll be going back online to hopefully get our rank up a bit. I can't imagine why we wouldn't. I think we're in a good shape to get quite a good deal of success out of, especially between tonight's stream and Wednesday night's stream. I think we'll get a lot done. Don't know what's going on with morning streams. I can't make any guarantees on that because I've been trying to dial it back a little bit because I felt like I might have been pushing myself a little bit too far, and I was feeling really drained over the weekend. That's why I took Sunday night off in addition to Monday night. But yeah, at the very least, that's what's going on tonight and Wednesday night. Thursday and Friday I will probably stream, but I have no idea what I'm going to play. I'll probably think about it a bit. Gator, honestly, I would just recommend doing all the quests. Like, just do all of them. Typically, the side quests, like, you know how... I mean, yeah, you can look it up online, but I feel like it's not that difficult to, like, just figure out. The quests that have this yellow, like, dialogue block on the listing, like, those are side quests, and those are typically not what we call key quests. And the key quests are, like, the ones that you have to complete before the story progresses. Typically, the side quests are not key quests. Sometimes they are, though. Personally, I would focus on any hunt that is a big monster. Stuff like Slay 5 Rhinopolis, you probably don't have to do that. But like Hunt a Great Macau, you probably do have to do that. Harvest Tours, you probably don't have to do. Ancient Berries, you don't have to do any of that. But like Gendrome, you probably got to do that. Cephadrome, you probably got to do that. that's the way I've been doing it, is I've just been focusing on those big hunts. Now once you get up into the higher rank, that's kind of all you get, so it makes it a little bit easier the further you get. But yeah, I would focus on all of the big hunts first and see where that takes you. And if something isn't clicking, make sure to remember with X you can bring up the map and you can see if there's anyone that wants to talk to you in any of the other hubs. That maybe progress is gated behind that too. Like, I don't know, I haven't had any problems with feeling stuck in terms of, like, I don't have any quests and they're not giving me new ones. I haven't had problems with that. Yeah, I just recommend doing all the quests, really. But yeah, start with like the big hunts, because those are probably the ones that are gonna. That's probably where the progress is gated. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back tonight, Wednesday night as well, probably Thursday and Friday. No guarantees on morning streams. Otherwise, thank you everybody for stopping in, even if you hung out almost the whole time, or even if you could only stay for a couple minutes before you had to be off to do whatever you had to do. It's still appreciated that anyone can stop in. I will, while I say I don't want to make promises on morning streams, I do want to continue doing them for that reason, because I feel like people, I seem to, it seems like people are enjoying stopping in for even a couple minutes in the morning before they have to move on, so I'm going to try to continue doing them. Maybe not as frequently as I did last week, though, because that was effectively doubling my stream time. I think that's why I was so tired. But yeah, I'll see you guys back here tonight, and hopefully it will be a good, productive show in terms of, like, moving our rank forward. So yeah, until then, take it easy, have a nice quote-unquote Monday. If you didn't have a holiday yesterday, then have a good, normal Tuesday.